Hello, welcome back. Sevlin here. Let's play a little bit more of our Vandals campaign in Europa Universalis 4 with the Extended Timelines mod. We're in a Regency Council, so there's really not a lot for me to be doing right now. I'm just gonna kind of let the time tick here a little bit and plan our next move. Some spread of Christianity. Let's see, it has been a little while since I've played, so I wouldn't mind looking. I'm gonna look through some of this stuff. Our religious unity is way better than it was. Definitely working towards 100%. Oh, there's a great man. Let's see what our economy should be. Amazing. Poor uniforms. Morale of army. That's unfortunate, but I keep getting that. I'm kind of thinking it might be something to do with maybe the ID I picked or something. I don't know. Let's see. We're making lots of money. Yeah, pretty high revolt risks right now. I'm gonna keep that maintenance up. How much was lots of money again? Lots. Okay, yeah, I definitely want a +3 and national manpower modifier. Yeah, isn't that useful right now because of the Regency Council? There's not a lot I can do. I believe I'm close to my force limits. Pretty close to my force limits. So I might build a few more troops here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and look into, what about boats? I can build a lot more boats. So I think that's what I'm going to do. What do we have? Galley. What is my boat situation? Let's look at the fleets. Let's see, I have a bunch of galleys. So let's move them here. We have transports there. These troops probably ought to get on those boats and get moved back somewhere reasonable. Let's see, I have a bunch of troops there. Let's move them back here. Yep, plenty of supply limit there. Probably going to ferry these guys back to one little land. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I do end up with any sort of revolt risk on these, it would be nice to kind of plant someone here. But it doesn't look like that is the case right now. Alright, other boats. Let's see, I have 74 trade ships trading in Seville, which makes sense. I currently have control of all of Europe, so I have Venice and Antwerp all wrapped up, basically, so anything that naturally flows into these is fine. So I'm collecting trade from both of those and just letting trade flow however it flows. And then down here I have no merchant to put here, so I put my trade capital here, but I don't quite have full control, so I do need as much help here as I can. What about, do I need warships at all for any reason? Let's look at navies. Total navy. Parthia, the Han, and Japan all have some navy. Let's see, galleys. Only Japan has anywhere near the number of galleys I have. So I don't think I need more galleys. I could probably use a fleet of transport ships, a second fleet, just to make things easier and faster. So maybe I'll do that. I'll build 29 more transport ships, and that'll give me a nice little fleet to move things around. And I suppose I'll just spam out a bunch more light ships and let that help as much as possible. I mean, really the only thing I could do is do something like, well, unfortunately, Persia, I can't do anything in. I was going to say, they're collecting a lot of that trade right here in Persia. But everywhere else, everything is moving on down the line. Except for here, Greece. Greece is causing a problem. Might be something I have to do about that. I still don't think that... Oh, I could vassalize them. Hey, that wasn't an option before, I don't think. I think we may try and do that, considering we can't go to war for another, like, 10 years. Leading vassal Wales. What are my diplomats doing? Nothing? I guess I can improve relations with one of my vassals. I forgot I'd vassalized them. And let's work on vassalizing you. I think the first course is improve relations is already 41. I think getting that up first is the best. Again, because the lower the number is, the faster I improve relations. So if I do all the things that boost relations like royal marriage and alliance first, then I will improve slower. So this will get me to the cap, you know, my threshold of the highest relationship I can get with them as fast as possible. Alright, let's get to building those boats. Boats, transports. I want 29 more transports. I'll build it over here because I already have one transport over here. So here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just for the sake of ease, I'm just going to do that. Make sure I have 3 in each one of these. I guess I could be letting time go while I'm doing this, since I'm really only doing this. Military leader, that's okay. I'll grab a new one when I can go to war, actually. Alright, so... Yes, I will definitely take inflation to gain military power, for sure. Alright, that will put me still nowhere near my force limit, so I guess I should spam out a bunch more ships. I believe this is taken care of. Yeah. Plenty of people on the rebel stomping duty. Let's grab some merchant ships. Let's spam out a bunch more merchant ships. Let's just go... And getting core, that's good. Tangiers. Oh, that's right. Remember what I was doing now. I'm trying to take some of the land but give some away. So if I have a claim on it and I take it, I core it. If I don't have a claim on it, then I give it to Western Roman Empire, and I can basically give them everything. So I'll have a big, huge vassal of Western Roman Empire. It's 50 ships total. I think I'm going to keep going. In fact, let's just make all of these 4 and call it good. Keep time moving. I'm bad about that while I'm building stuff. I'm usually playing Iron Man mode, achievement style games where I have to tweak everything and be, you know, super careful about every single day that passes. This is not the case. I have 9,523 more, 33 more years. 32 more years, technically, actually. Bad at math. Okay, well, keep chipping away at England. Move this way. I think this is my main goal. I don't think I'm going to be able to vassalize them nicely, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm probably just fabricate a claim on them and working on Greece. So, I suppose I could split. Nah, I don't want to split it. I'll just move. If I'm going to fight in the north, I'll move these guys north. If I'm going to fight in the south, I'll move them south. Let's move them somewhere in the center for now. And the thing with a bunch more trade ships is, even though I don't necessarily need them right now, is they are awesome at blockading. So I'll have plenty of ways to blockade people. Okay, let's recall that diplomat. And was Greece? Okay, so they're topped up as much as I can by sucking up to them. So let's go ahead and spam out some other stuff and see how close to vassalizing we can get. Just got to get to 190. Alright. Some more cores. That's always good. It brings down this nasty revolt risk. Not that I'm that concerned about it. A few rebels popping up here and there. Any negatives that are going down? Not really. I could gain 6 more in 2 more years-ish. I think I'll be fine as long as I transfer as much trade power as I can. Okay, so poor uniforms again and excellent vintage, so a little bit less revolt risk in one province. Okay, so transferring trade power got me decently close. I could send a gift. I could offer here. This is what we'll do. Let's just get this done. And then we'll send a gift. Alright, on January 19th. We will send this gift of, let's just be safe, 50 gold. Ducats, I guess, not gold. And on February 20th, they will be my vassal. Or not. Alliance 190. Target country must be at peace. They're not at peace. That's a problem. So hopefully they don't get too big while they're at this war. I kind of didn't think about that. I didn't think I'd get it to this being this fast. Let's see, how close are they? Just the trust thing. Man, they do not trust me. Alright, so Aryan's spreading on its own. That's good. There we go. Alright, so offer vassalization. Bam. There's a little bit of spreading without war. So nice. 2 lonely guys just chilling over here. Okay. Let's see, what was I going to do? I was going to pick up all these guys. Alright. Get on the boat. Go here. I don't need to keep pausing the game. I need to get my finger off the pause button. Such a habit. Alright, so loses stability or national tax modifier. I will take the national tax modifier. Blah, blah. Conversion, sweet. Okay, I don't want to waste any time on that. I want that to happen as soon as possible. Got to stay ahead of that, especially with things converting constantly. Okay, there we go. Merge up. Get on the boat. Get on the boat, and you can go to Provence. That will be grand. Alright, so it looks like our boats over here are done, so let's grab them all up. Let's go here, and another place that I could probably suck a little bit more trade out of is England. Speaking of England, I do believe I have a little 3-stack of boats I see kicking around here. I will take you all here. Let's grab all of you as well. I don't want you. Oh well, it's fine. It's easy enough to split them off. And just take a tiny bit more trade out of England. Oh look, more boats. I wasn't quite done. Where else is building? Anybody? These ones were just slow? Alright, looks like it. Looks like they are all done. I mean, I could check, but why do that? Alright, let's split off the light ships. And let's trade in... Alexandria could use some help, I suppose. I think it's all getting transferred anyway. Yeah, it's all getting transferred anyway, so that's not a big deal. It's like the North Sea Can I even reach that? I don't think my boats can get up there. Oh, I guess they could patrol right here. Is there even any trade in the North Sea trade node? Oh yeah, it's right here. Huh. Anyway, would I be able to vassalize you? No. Oh yeah, they're Celtic. Alright, so I'm going to quit messing around with that. I'm just going to put them to work in London like I said I was going to begin with. I got distracted by all these things that aren't my flag. How dare they? Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to take these galleys and go back here. And let's see how we're doing for force limit. Maybe I could build a few more boats. Yeah, I could build a few more. I don't think it's really worth it. We'll wait 1,000 years so I can build carracks. How about that? Okay, what else to do? Probably have some diplomats free. All these transports need to be merged up so they're not annoying me. Go over here. There we go. I have one more boat. What are you? Ah, dang it. I have to merge you up. So let's make you trade in Seville. And select both of you, and then spam the G button. There we go. All one group now. I like to keep all my navies together just for organization, for OCD reasons. And speaking of that, there's two little guys kicking around there. All of these look like decent sized stacks. And also, even though it's not a big deal now, I am in the habit of keeping them together for whenever they go to war. If they do to get caught out in the open, if they're in a big group, they're more likely to survive. If they're a bunch of little ships, then a big fleet can just come through and pick them off one at a time. So, save some ships that way. A little bit more poor uniforms. I just keep getting that modifier. I have a feeling it's just going to be a thing I have. Let's see who... Oh yeah, I gave this to Western Roman Empire. Yep, that's good. More conversions, and I really need this Regency Council to end. Where are we at with that? He's 10. Okay. Well, not a ridiculous amount of time longer, but I don't think it's going to get done this episode. Since I don't really have much else to do other than that, I'm going to just speed through on speed 5 and hopefully get there. Knock out some more conversions along the way. That's always good. 97% religious unity. It's fantastic. Could consider boosting stability. It costs 137. It helped my... I'm losing some money. I think I'm doing fine on that. 171,000 ducats. Could spend... Christianity spreading. I'm way ahead of time on tech. So I think that's the thing to do. That and build buildings. I think I'm going to boost my stability. I'm just going to boost it all the way. Why not? And let's go to the ledger. Let's look at buildings. Actually, let's go to the list. I like to go to... I don't have manufactories I can build yet. Government buildings. Any buildings that are next? Can I build anything? No. No government buildings to build. Religious buildings? Shrines? You can build shrines in a bunch of places. What do shrines lead to again? I'm forgetting my buildings. Alright, let's see. Shrines lead to temples eventually, so I will want those eventually. Alright, so Navy tradition. I'm just going to go for tax. I don't think it matters. And I'm gonna do it this way. Let's look through the buildings that I have available to me. Let's go shrines. So yeah, let's just do that. Or no, those are monuments. Shrines, yeah, I'm just gonna go down the ledger on those, I believe. But let's see what else I might be able to build. When do I get to build some of these other ones? I can build earth ramparts. It's probably somewhat worthwhile so that I can build up the next one if I get to that far. Any other spots of green? Just this one? Any more? Nope. Bam. Alright. That looks good. Blacksmiths. Local recruitment time. The next thing would be goods produced. So that might actually be worthwhile to build. And it would be a big chunk of admin points. Every freaking thing is admin points. Except for this. Which I don't even see the point of right now. I mean, the trade power would be nice eventually, I bet. But not if I own all of Europe. Trade power won't mean anything. Movement speed, if I'm big, I guess, is nice. I don't know. I guess if I have a ton of diplomatic power, I'm just wasting anyway. I'm going to build shrines and just sack all of my admin power. I'm, what, 20-something years ahead of admin time, I think. 20 years. In 20 years, I'll get it back. Still barbarian culture, too. Someday I'll get to westernize or something. Could form the German nation. I'm not going to do that. I want to stay the Vandals. Technology reform. How do I do this? I just need to get to 19. Ooh, I'm close to that. Oh, that's the next one. So I don't really want to overspend. 20 years. Yeah. I should be able to get there about the time. I'm not going to spend it all. I'm going to spend some more just so I don't. See if I can spin this in anywhere that actually needs it. Right there. No. No. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do this. Then, shrines. I do want a bunch of blacksmiths, but I think shrines first, because temples are fantastic. So someday when I get to build temples, which I don't even know when that is, probably never, I will want all these shrines. And I'm going to go ahead and keep some admin power in the bank and just kind of milk that down as it goes. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and look while I'm letting time tick, of course. Let's look at the buildings here. Warehouse at level 20, temple at level 23, so I'm not all that far off. What does the warehouse do for me? More Arianism for free, that's quite good. Warehouse, workshop, warehouse. Goods produced plus 5. Okay, so I'll get that next. It's admin points. Freaking every one of these buildings is admin points. I mean, that is something kind of don't like. I mean, I guess you're not maybe supposed to build them all. So all 4 of these are admin points. Let's just do this. So we have this many admin buildings. This many Diplo buildings, so not that much less. Okay, I will take the Diplo points and conversion. Let's convert something. Quit looking at that for a minute. Let's grab this. This next one's going to come up. And convert that. And go back to whining about buildings. So there's 4 categories. Okay, that's fine. Why? Okay, so 4 categories for admin. Come on. 3 categories for Diplo and only 2 for military. Now that's interesting, especially because there's nothing else to spend military points on. I mean, leaders. Oh, speaking of Diplo power, I suppose we can build some roads. I'm just gonna build a path like this, something like this. Even though I know my troops aren't actually going to take it. And I'm actually just gonna sack all of my Diplo points doing this. Suppose I ought to make like a belt. Maybe through the mountains. Help speed that travel up so I can cross the mountains faster or something. I don't know. Really, I'm just spending Diplo points. With some hope that it will be somewhat worthwhile someday. There we go. Alright, well, it'll be another 20 years before I have that many Diplo points again. And then I'll get a technology. Okay, I do have a rival. That's interesting. Actually, I could have a second rival. Oh, England's my rival? Parthia or Kashan? Parthia or Kashan? I don't know. Who has most of the money that's getting tied up here is in Persia. Who is that? Parthia. So Parthia, welcome to being my rival. I've been wanting you to be my friend this entire game so that we can fight the Roman Empire and Byzantine together, but you wouldn't do it. You've rivaled me this whole game. Alright, some free manpower. It's always useful. I will issue an embargo on Parthia. And see if that lowers how much is sticking around here. Not really. A little bit trickling through, but... And I mean, the other big thing with Parthia is look how much money's coming north through here. I mean, they're sucking up all this trade. I mean, there's almost nothing coming up this way. All this going this way. So everything, basically, I'm completely cut off. Yeah, I'm not getting anything from here either. Why not? I guess there's no trade to be had, maybe? Because nothing's headed north, and nothing's being developed there. Okay, got it. So basically everything east of this line here is getting left behind. It's getting sucked up between these two. Mostly Parthia. But that's something to do, I suppose, is work that way. Alright, well, I was hoping to get to the end of Regency before this. Yeah, let's grab the missionary strength guy, why not? But this episode's gone on long enough. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here, and I will see you next time.